Okay, as you can see, the seat bed is back in to the little transporter. Next little job on it is just taking the drawer out and just on the hoses for the water system, on the waste as well, and on the tank. There's just no hose clips on anything, so it's not mega high pressure because it's a rotary pump, but I'd just rather there be hose clips on there because, you know, with the vibration in the vehicle and when it's in use, there is a tiny bit of pressure behind there, but you're always going to have a situation where those hoses might come off and then you've just got water pouring into the van somewhere. So yeah, you know, a couple of hose clips or a few hose clips, they're not going to break the bank, so we'll put them on. Right, so if you remember, we had a little bit of a very small gas leak on this. I have had where we've had the seat out, I have had the heater out, so we would have had to do a gas test anyway. But I've just redone the gas test. We've still got a little leak, so that is what we use the isolation valves for. So we've got the blue is for the heater. On this particular vehicle, they're not all the same on all vehicles, but blue is for our heater. White is for the oven or grill, and red is for the hob. So I've just isolated all of them. The last one I've isolated is the hob, and I haven't got any pressure drop now, so I'm pretty sure it is the hob. So I'm going to open the oven and the heater just to ensure that is. So I'll come back to that in about 3 or 4 minutes just to see if I've dropped any pressure, because now the gas or the lines are open to both the heater and the oven. So I think those are okay, so I'm pretty sure it was the hob. So we will have a look at the hob in a bit, see if we have dropped any pressure. Yeah, so as you can see there, we've got no pressure drop there, so we has identified that there is a leak between here and the hob. So we'll get that and see if we can get rid of that. Yeah, so now the hob has been isolated, there's no more pressure drop. So basically what I can do is work my way back from the manifold. Just make sure that this one is tight. Yeah, it's tight, so there's nothing there. So I think we're going to have to get the hob out. I don't reckon there is any way we can get behind here. Yeah, I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to get behind there. Obviously there's the oven connection. That one is okay because we've isolated that one. It doesn't make a difference. Or open that one rather, and it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the hob out. Hob and sink out. Hob and sink unit has got to come out. And look, had a disaster as well. Broken my pen. Jason's not going to be happy. Right, I've just come outside because we needed to move a van. We need to move this one out of the workshop because this one needs an MOT on Monday. So yeah, I have released the hob. So this union this is where the pipe comes up from the manifold. So obviously we would start there. I have already had a spanner on it, and it wasn't loose, but by the same token, it wasn't sort of tight. And it's started to really creak when I tried to do it up. So it's something which it just needs a little bit of assembly paste on there. So I've put a little bit of assembly paste on it, done it up, you know, torqued it up, so it's nice and tight now. I'm happy with the connection is nice and tight there. Obviously we'd start there because that's the most obvious point. Everything past that is really to do with the hob, so you know that's all going to be all, because it's a relatively new van, so this is all sort of new, so it shouldn't really leak from anywhere past that. But yeah, that's a good place to start. So I have just started the pressure check. They're on that, so as long as it doesn't drop from there. We've opened all the manifolds. Obviously red is open all the valves, so the red is the hob, so we'll do that now it's all tightened up and see if it leaks. Right, success. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that it's not leaking now. It's pretty obvious that it had a leak before, so and now it's not dropping at all, so I'm happy with that. It probably was just that it needed a tiny little nip up and a little bit of lube, like I say, a little bit of assembly paste down there as well, because it was like kind of creaking, so you couldn't really get a good torque on it. So yeah, it's put all back together.